Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Welcome back to News 46. Well, from autistic kids to people with chronic pain, they've been shown to be beneficial without any real side effects. They aren't miracle pills, they're pups. Andrew McIntosh tells us how dogs are making a difference in healthcare.
This health tip is brought to you by Humana.
Visit our local office in the Pahrump Valley Junction Shopping Center or call 775-727-0871.
Kelsey's coming in today.
It may be hard to believe.
I didn't really believe it until, I got here.
But this dog
She's awesome.
is kind of like a drug.
It settles things down.
Sergeant Matthew Crumweedy lost both legs and severely injured his arm in Afghanistan.
I stepped on an IED.
Rehab's been hard.
It hurts a lot.
But Kelsey makes it easier.
I love her.
Matthew says one day during physical therapy, he was struggling while working on his arm's range of motion. He tells us when Kelsey came in, the pain went away.
We were able to get to 90 degrees.
Dr. Elizabeth Johnson believes therapy dogs are
just probably the most holistic approach to treatment that I think there is out there.
A study found therapy dog visits to chronic pain patients led to significant reduction in pain and emotional distress. Research shows therapy dogs also lowered autistic children's stress hormones, or cortisol levels, by 48%, which points to potential behavioral benefits. Various reports say pet therapy can help lower anxiety, decrease blood pressure, shorten hospital stays, and improve patient outcomes. Matthew's improving every day. He's working on walking and eventually wants to snow ski.
So that's going to be hard. I got to work at it.
And Kelsey will be close by to help him through it all. I'm Andrew McIntosh reporting.
A dog's gaze can have an interesting effect on us. A Japanese study found just by looking at their dog, an owner's oxytocin levels increased. It's the so-called cuddle hormone produced by the pituitary gland associated with human bonding. And a valuable mineral specimen stolen from a mining museum at the University of Nevada has been returned anonymously. A UNR campus police commander said the mineral with metallic crystals worth an estimated $30,000 was dropped off sometime Saturday on the steps in front of the Keck Museum. It was placed inside a crate in a plastic bag. The mineral weighed about 25 to 30 pounds. It disappeared from a museum display April 8th. Police say the media's attention about the theft probably made it too hard to sell the mineral stibnite, which is prized by collectors because it's long, slender blaze crystals with a brilliant gray and black metallic luster. The specimen does not appear to have suffered any damage. And Desert View Hospital now has a drug collection unit on the site for the public to dispose of unwanted or unused drugs 24 hours a day. No questions will be asked when using the new disposal site, which will help keep drugs out of landfills and out of our groundwater.
Normally what was going on was people were bringing in medications to the hospital pharmacy, which was kind of a liability for us. They had to walk through the whole entire hospital with them. And luckily I was able to call Ben, and he was down, right away that day to pick him up. But it was more of a liability for us. And when Ben told me about the Nye County Coalition getting the grants for the Sheriff's Department for these medication return bins, I thought it would be a great opportunity for the hospital to partner with the Sheriff's Department to offer the community a service to do a drop-off for the medication.
What do you hear from the public when they come and they're returning prescriptions to you?
A lot of times I'll get a phone call, hey, do you guys take medications, or can I just throw them down the sink or in the toilet? And I tell them, we don't recommend that you do that. Reason being is it does sometimes end up back in our water system. We don't recommend you just throw them in the trash can, because then it's accessible for children, teens, and other people to get a hold of them. We'd much rather you bring them here or put them in a medication drop-off bin, call the Sheriff's Department. It is a no questions asked program. So it allows people to drop them off, get them off the street, out of the medicine cabinets, and it doesn't allow for misuse or abuse.
Well, right now we have the prescription return bin right here. and in a secure facility?
Yes. What we've done is we've partnered with the Sheriff's Department. It's in the lobby at Desert View Hospital in the ER. It's under 24-hour surveillance with a camera. We have eyesight from our admitting desk here at the ER. The Sheriff's Office will be down here 2 to 3 times a week to dispose of any medications that are dropped off. So it allows for us to, collect the medications, but it's also secure. The box is severely heavy, so it's very, hard to move to begin with. It is locked. The medication drawer is just like a mailbox, so it opens once. You're unable to get your hand in there. Once it's in there, it's in there. It's not coming out.
All different types of medications, including illegal drugs, but also, are you taking needles here? What do people do with that?
If they're in doubt, put it in the can. I'll sort it out. If it's Sharpies, I get vitamins, I get aspirins. I don't care. If they're not sure, just call us or drop it off at our drop-off point here, and I'll sort it out myself.
It's amazing the quantity that you get, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I thought when the program first started that it would become a period that it would taper off. Actually, it just grows by week. But I just thought of something that I want to let people know too. Before I pick up the medication, just look inside the bottle. Many times when a person's sick, they put their jewelry, their earrings, their rings, money, and then I have to figure out where I got it from, call them up, and some people argue with me about it when I call them back to tell them there's money or jewelry in there.
Yeah.
So look in the prescription bottles before I get there and make sure there's no money and no jewelry in the prescription bottle.
Nye County prosecutors have struck a plea deal with defendant, former special education teacher Sarah Hopkins, who was accused of child abuse in 2010 at Floyd Elementary School. Hopkins pleaded no contest to 4 misdemeanor counts of coercion in district court Monday. The plea means she won't face any jail time or have a felony conviction against her. Hopkins' co-defendant also escapes serious punishment. Former Floyd Elementary School principal Holly Lepisto's case was dismissed and now works as a principal at Tonopah Elementary School. The case was dropped against Catherine Cummings, who was a teacher's aide in Hopkins' special education class. The second aide, Phyllis Duchesne, pleaded guilty to a simple misdemeanor battery charge and was given 150 hours of community service. All 4 women were originally booked on multiple child abuse felony counts against special education students. Well, stay right here. We're going to have more local news right after these messages.